Welcome to my YouTube channel, Lady D. This will be my weekly video that I do each week. So I'll be doing it on the starting of the 12th and through to next week with the planets and just an update of what's coming up during the week. I'm also joined here by one of my cats who's sleeping behind me, and she always joins me for every video that I do, sleeping behind me usually. And now, what we've got, because this is a big week ahead. So we still have Uranus and the Sun that is close together. So we still got these unexpected events happening in our lives and around the world. Unpredictable things where people are like sort of questioning with what, or just unexpected events. We had one here in Australia that I thought of the other day, where I heard of the girl. She got caught underneath a tram. The kids were doing, the young people were doing, I think they were young. But I just thought that was a bit unexpected, and it was to do with transport too. So it is also Taurus, very something earthly things. That was a bit tragic. But so it's still got energy, and Uranus can also bring about positive as well. I always see Uranus as a more positive aspect because it's unexpected, but unexpected can be good as well as also not as good too. We've also got on the 15th, Mercury will be going direct in Taurus. So there things should be starting to go a bit more smoother in terms of our communication and like contracts and just trying to set up things and work out things. Things should start going more smoother with that. And we're probably even going to affect our thinking, and we're going to think more about like a stability, more about investments, more about even our pride, but our self-worth and our values is going to come up a lot this week. We have Jupiter on the 17th, 18th, who's going to be coming into Taurus as well for a year. We do have we have a trine with Mars, trine at Neptune. I feel like this is going to bring, sort of stop some of the delusion that people see and make them see things a lot clearer. We also have a big square with Jupiter and Pluto. And I feel like this is going to be a lot about, dealing with Pluto, it is dealing about sort of fear-based things, and also it is dealing with endings too. And I feel this is going to be bringing people to face fears and to bring things up. It is going to be a week of shocks that I do feel are going to come up with this. We've also got a square with Mars and Jupiter square too. I feel like that is going to make people feel less motivated or wanting to stay indoors more. Sort of want to take a step back a bit. I feel that's going to bring in I just feel like the square with the Jupiter and Pluto is it's about shock. I don't know. I just keep on getting shock, and I feel like people with this are going to avoid what they don't understand, but is important. They need to face things. So I feel like things that maybe you're scared of or you've been avoiding, I really feel this week it is best for you to face them and to not not avoid them, or try not to avoid them this week. I feel like that's going to be coming up a lot with that transit. I also feel like we've got a lot of questions and trying to find a lot of answers that are also coming out this week too. With Jupiter coming to Taurus, this is going to be there for about a year. With this transit, I do feel like Jupiter I always see as a positive. It is a luck, as long as it's not nothing squaring to it. And I feel like this is where you're going to find like commodities like gold, silver. I feel like are going to be coming up more in terms of investing, and people are going to be looking at investing in these like minerals. Anything to do from the earth is going to be a positive coming up if you're looking to invest. There is going to be something with money coming up with this as well, whether it be like, I do feel digital currency, you're going to find that probably more coming into the fold and getting that started. I do feel like that because Taurus does rule money, and also we've got the Pluto aspect here. I just feel like we are going to transition into that. But I've always felt that cash will be around. It would just be devalued. So I do feel like enough people will sort of make enough noise that cash will still be around. It will just be devalued. But I have also gotten in my predictions that we are going to have that one world sort of currency will come in. And this is where we might find the beginnings of that, or that sort of being implemented over the next year with Jupiter being there. It could make people feel a bit more certain about their core values, about their self-worth, about stability. But of course, we've got this Uranus and Taurus still. It is creating an instability there. So it might, with Jupiter there, is going to help it to create more stability, but we're still dealing with instability. I always see when you've got another planet in the same sign, it's still going to be there, but Jupiter's just going to help smooth it out a bit more. That's what I feel like. If Jupiter was just there by itself, it would obviously be better, because it would then bring about all these positive aspects, but we've still got this unexpected energy that's in Taurus, so it's going to still create things that unexpected things coming into these things around the world. And I was thinking about the property market. I mean, look, it's very crazy about property market. I still see this bubble being burst over here in Australia. Our house prices are way too high. I still feel like they could possibly go down, at least until Jupiter moves into Cancer, which will be more in 2025. Jupiter, but then they might go up with it in Taurus, because it is sort of an earth. Housing is still is kind of a value, and it is kind of a an earthly thing, but Cancer does rule more property. But again, you've got this Uranus there, so the housing market, I still feel like they're going to do something to make it go down. I really do, but we just have to see what happens with that. What else have we got here? I feel like the Jupiter also in Taurus is going to be about grounding, staying grounded. I feel like people wanting to see more, people wanting to learn to self-express themselves coming into this over the year, plus also nature, people wanting to feel more close to nature, also coming in with this Jupiter that's going to be in Taurus. What I also got this week, I do have the thing about people avoiding things and not to avoid them, face them. I've got here, stay away from negative people, as they will put you in a spiral. I feel like negative people this week are going to put you in a spiral. I've got here, stay grounded and protect your energy. So really look on protecting your energy. If that's putting a cloak around yourself or putting yourself in a bubble, people's energies might affect you this week. If someone's really dealing with a lot, you get pulled in and not feel great yourself. I feel like people are looking here about see where the problems lie. So where the problems in your life are, really evaluating yourself coming into this week. Got here, look at your values and don't cross them. I think this is very important. The self-worth, the values, your ethics are very important this week for yourself. They're going to be coming up and bubbling up to the surface. Got here, know your worthy or not, your self-worth. People stuck in their heads. This is going to be, especially with Mercury going forward, even though it's going retrograde, but moving forward, we are in Taurus, so we are going to be thinking about our security, our stability, even relationships, our finances, our self-worth, in money things. These are things that are going to come up, but people are going to be really in their head this week. I'm thinking about the money. Also got like dream big. Don't stop daydreaming or can't stop daydreaming. Is going to be a lot coming up this week, and people needing to grow up and go up and see things a different way. I know some of my readings I've realized there's a sort of a theme more with younger people that I've been seeing, and that's younger people want things now on a plate, where they'll come and see me and they have this vision of owning a lot of money, but they're doing like one particular niche thing, and it's like they're not really looking at the market or what that involves. So it is I find that's a big thing coming up, especially with young people that don't actually, they're thinking about whether they do, as an example, like lashes. I just want to do lashes on people and think they can be a millionaire doing lashes. They're not willing to then think about, maybe they need to expand, not just doing lashes, and where are they going to be, and if they're going to be hidden, they need to be somewhere out. So I find these are self values and self things and business things are coming up a lot that I do see happening in readings. Okay, let's see what the cards say for the week ahead. Okay, have a look here. Okay. You know, and I do feel like as too many people are stressing about money's a big thing, and I think that's coming up for everybody too. People wanting to know, you know, what's going to happen, when things going to improve. Let's have a look here. Okay. I feel like there's going to be I think of don't care attitude. People are not caring as much this week. Something about they're not caring, like a don't care attitude. But networking is very important. But I feel like people are looking at undermining people, which is not good. But also a week, I feel like freedom's going to come up a lot this week. People want to be free. People want to be maybe out of the system, but be free. And it is about thinking of ideas, but also being in your head a lot this week. It's going to be a thing. But also relying on other people and listening to your own gut, listening to your own self. I feel like there's going to be a lot of things about people sort of maybe being delusional when it comes to relationships. Like they're seeing things through rose-colored glasses of relationships that maybe aren't. Maybe other people see these relationships as not being the best, but you're not going to see what they see. You're just going to see what you want to see in relationships this week. There is an unpredictable energy this week. I feel like there's also an unstable energy happening this week. People are trying to make different connections in different ways, and it's like networking, but transformation here. There are people who are quite introverted are having to be more extroverted and go out and network and really make their business dreams come true and make things happen, and thinking about, you know, where they are going to go forward with this. There is a thing of contracts. I feel like people are just waiting and signing contracts and getting them done, but there's a sense of like, I feel like there's a lot of business things in the card coming up here. There's a lot of sense of like business opportunity or business things coming up where like contracts are coming in this week, and people are discussing things, but ideas, coming up with new ideas, reinventing old things are coming up, and people are really looking at like having fun in relationships is going to be a big thing. But I feel like people are going to see things more clearly about relationships, about what relationships don't look good or aren't healthy. But people in those relationships, I feel like, are going to have those rose-colored glasses on and not going to see what other people see, and it's going to be hard for some people, I feel, this week. There's also going to be I feel like it is going to be like a jet-setting week in terms of governments and the things that are going to come out with governments too. But I just feel like with this square with Pluto and Jupiter, it's going to create a shock. I keep on seeing people shocked. People's faces are shocked. So I feel like there's going to be some shocking things that are coming out this week as well too. And believe in yourself, but believe in yourself, but also not caring what other people think as well. So if people are saying to you, oh, you know, don't do this, don't do that, it's about doing what you know. I feel like you have to do what you know this week and not listen to those other people. But I just feel like there's so much opportunities coming in for people who are thinking in business and where to improve themselves and going further, and coming up with the new ideas. And there is a lot of change and a lot of growth that's also coming in. And I feel like there is going to be like a weakness people are going to face, whether it be like we've got children where people, you know, again, it's like these rose-colored glasses. You know, people see the best in their children, but other people might see your child as a brat, but you see them as being the best. These things are going to come out where it's about relationships where I feel like it's rose-colored glasses that you got on, but other people are going to see that it's not as rosy or that relationship's not right if you're not listening to them. And I feel like this week, it's also for like taking a step back and perhaps reassessing the situations too. But I just feel like it's like in their own head this week as well. It's coming in. But everyone's being awfully stubborn. We have a lot of Taurus energy coming this week. Taurans are very stubborn people, so probably the energy is going to be probably stubborn energy that's coming in with that too. So let's see, I'll just get a channel for the week ahead. This week is going to be incredibly intense. You're all going to go out, have fun, socially, your hair down, but in reality it's going to be hard work. You're all trying to network and create relationships with people who are going to bring your life more stability. You're all going to be in need and all going to have a helping hand, whether it be through relationships or through money or with work and family. You're all going to stand in a way that you haven't stood before for something you all stand for. There are going to be shocks in terms of religion and where people lie and decide that they lie of religion, and they will find out the truth as well. A lot of investigations and people who are clueless are suddenly going to have epiphanies of where they belong and where they want to go. This is a week of finding yourself, finding your inner peace, and also finding clarity of where you're going ahead. Use these planets and use these energies wisely, for this week can be quite intensive and quite emotional, but also can lead you fulfilled and lead you on the right track. For those who don't do nothing, will continue to do nothing. For those who seek out what they want to be and for where they want their life to be fulfilled, will also do great things this week. Okay, so let's see. Go with the cards. Cards now do the cat cards. Okay, have a look here. Okay. Look here. We've got cards. Got 1 already, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. I do feel like there's social vibes out this week too. There is a lot of social things out coming out too, and it's Mother's Day this week too on Sunday. So card number 1, which is this card here. I feel like this card here, it is all about you, and I feel like you're giving orders, you're having to give people instructions, people are having to look up to you, but people aren't going to do what you say. So it feels like you're repeating yourself repeatedly, like always saying the same thing, wanting people to respect you, but in terms they want you to listen to you. There's also a sense of being thankful for this week, being thankful for things that you have and things that you're going through, as well as a thing of being praise and thanks to with this card. Card number 2, which is this card here. So this card here I always see with maybe you can't sleep well this week. I feel like there's going to be things playing on your mind and not being able to stop thinking about things. I feel like so there's going to be a lack of sleep. There's also a playfulness energy with you this week too. It's like you're wanting to come first at the finish line, but you're also feeling a sense of stuck, but you're hiding it all within. So you're not letting everyone see the struggles that you're facing this week. You're really trying to portray something that's very different. I do feel like there's a lot of fun energy with this card, but as well as I feel like you are going to be finding it hard to sleep with that card too. Card number 4, which is this card here. This card here, you're leaving something behind, you're waving goodbye. So there is an ending that's taking place, or that you're perhaps even avoiding. There is something about that's fear-based, that you feel like something you're fearing too and avoiding, that you're going to have to really look at facing. Things are starting to get really lighter for you. There is an opportunity opening up for you this week. You've got to grab it by the hand, just grab it and run with it. I do feel with the opportunity that does come in. There's also a wave of emotion that's coming in for you this week. And card number 4, which is this card here. This card here is about celebration. It's like you finally made it. You're celebrating the hard work that you have done. You're achieving some big results here, and it's like you're harvesting this week. A lot of harvest, but it's all about celebration and being recognized, being rewarded. You are being very brave, and it's about finally getting things done. So if you're finally getting things done. Okay, so I am at the MBS. That will be festival. That will be on Thursday to Sunday in the ICC in Darling Harbour in Sydney. So come down and say hi. I will be there for the 4 days. So I am still trying to organise that platform. I have contacted the club with a form in, and I do want the club to advertise the event. That's where I'm at, seeing the pricing and see if they advertise the event, and I'm waiting for them to get back at me. Probably shouldn't have organised this in a Mercury retrograde, but anyway, we'll do what we can do. I'll let you know when that's being done, if I can get it organised. And I think that's it. That's what I've been doing. Can't think of anything else. So I was going to try and do a live, but I won't be able to have time to do the live before Thursday. Although we've got too much stuff happening during the week. But I usually have events. I do try and do something, but I just haven't had time to do it this time. Okay, so thank you for your likes, shares, and your comments, and I will see you for my next video. So bye for now.